For today's story, we take you to Fulton Tehsil in Satara district of Maharashtra. On Thursday, a 29-year-old doctor's body was recovered. She was found hanging in her hotel room. Initial speculation was that the woman was under some sort of personal stress. But soon, distressing details began to emerge. In her final note, this young woman, a doctor by profession, had written on her palm that she was raped 4 times and subjected to mental and physical harassment for over 5 months. In that very note, she explicitly took the names of 2 men, the perpetrators, who sexually and mentally harassed her, eventually forcing her to take the extreme step. Further details, including another handwritten note by the doctor, has revealed chilling details of what she was going through. Her family has alleged that she was under political pressure at work. Reportedly, the family even refused to perform the last rites of the woman until the police took action and arrested the accused. The case has shaken the political and medical circles in the state of Maharashtra. Young doctors are protesting, demanding justice for the victim. On the political front, the opposition in the state has slammed the Fadnavis government for failing to prevent crimes in the state of Maharashtra. The cops, meanwhile, are investigating the case, with 1 arrest being made so far. Hello and welcome. I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. So this is the story of a young doctor, 29 years old, from Maharashtra's Beed district. She was posted as a medical officer on contract at a local government hospital in Fulton. She had been serving in the hospital for almost 2 years and was 1 month away from finishing her bond period, which required service in a rural area. Following this, the doctor had intended to pursue a postgraduate degree. All of these dreams came to an end as she was found hanging in her hotel room in Fulton. She had reportedly checked into the hotel near the hospital late Wednesday night as her rented home was far away. Hotel staff found her body after she didn't respond to knocks on the door. In her final note, written on her palm in Marathi, the victim alleged that Sub-Inspector Gopal Badane raped her multiple times over 5 months. Police say Badane and the victim are relatives and both hail from Beed district. The victim also named Prashant Bankar. He is the son of the landlord of the house where this doctor was staying in Fulton. The victim said Bankar sexually and mentally tortured her for months. In another 4-page handwritten letter that is now going viral on social media, the victim narrated her ordeal further. She said that local cops pressured her into issuing fake fitness certificates for those accused in police cases, many of whom wouldn't even be brought in for a proper medical checkup. PTI reported that issuing a fitness certificate would have allowed the police to take the individual into custody. The young doctor alleged that she refused to give in to this pressure. Consequently, she wrote in her final note that she was harassed. She said that a police sub-inspector argued with her, abused and threatened her inside the hospital. However, the victim's relatives have alleged foul play and demanded capital punishment against the men responsible for this heinous crime. In one instance, the doctor was reportedly forced by the police to declare a high blood pressure patient fit for custody, allowing them to take the person away without treatment. A relative of the victim also spoke about the ordeal that this young doctor was going through. The relatives were quoted saying, "There was a lot of police and political pressure on her to prepare a wrong mortem report. She tried to complain about it. She should get justice. She was bright and ambitious. We raised her since childhood and supported her education. She was under pressure at work, and that is why she took this extreme step. The culprits must be punished." The victim's family members alleged that she had mentioned to them that she was harassed at work. In the letter, the victim added that this pressure was exerted not just by police officials, but also local politicians. In one instance, she said she had refused to issue a certificate and 2 personal assistants of a member of parliament walked into the hospital. These assistants called up the MP and made the doctor, the victim, speak to him. The victim wrote in a letter that this MP then threatened her over call. The member of parliament has not been named in that letter. Reportedly, the victim did try to raise her grievances with higher officials and higher authorities, but nothing really happened. The Satara police, meanwhile, initially had filed an accidental death report, but later, after an initial probe, they booked Sub-Inspector Badane and Prashant Bankar. The 2 have been booked under charges of rape and abetment to suicide. Bankar was arrested on Friday, while PSI Badane still remains absconding. Reports say Prashant Bankar allegedly threatened the doctor several times to vacate the rented room. Investigators say that Prashant had close ties with the cops whom the doctor had accused of rape. Reports say the victim had spoken to accused Prashant Bankar moments before taking the extreme step. Police are now saying that the 2 had chatted online moments before the doctor's suicide. The chats are now being examined in order to reconstruct the sequence of events. Meanwhile, the police inspector accused of raping this young doctor has been suspended. The Home Ministry, led by Chief Minister of Maharashtra Devendra Fadnavis, issued a statement saying that no one will be spared. Gopal Badane continues to be on the run, like I told you, as we are recording this video. Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde too commented on the case, saying strict action will be taken against the perpetrators. Listen in.
इसमें मैंने सुबह ही एसपी से बात की है और वहाँ पर जो हादसा हुआ है बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। एक डॉक्टर महिला के साथ डॉक्टर महिला के साथ तो वो जो जिम्मेदार है एक पुलिस अफसर है और एक जो और दूसरा एक जो है उसको एक को तो हिरासत में लिया है और उसके ऊपर मुकदमा दर्ज किया है, एफआईआर लॉन्च किया है और बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है। इसमें मैंने पुलिस अधीक्षक एसपी से कहा है कि जो भी इसमें दोषी है उसको बिल्कुल बख्शा नहीं जाना चाहिए, कड़ी कार्रवाई उसके ऊपर होनी चाहिए और उसके दिशा में काम शुरू है।
Meanwhile, young doctors have begun protesting in different parts of Maharashtra. Doctors across various associations condemned the death of this young woman and demanded a thorough and impartial probe into the matter. The central unit of MARD, which is Maharashtra Association of Resident Doctors, wore black ribbons while discharging their duties on Saturday in order to demand justice for the victim in Satara. The central MARD has demanded the arrest of the accused, and they also want the probe to be transferred to the cide. They say that if their demands are not met, they will escalate their strike further. That's all we have for this report. Now, before we end, a small request to our subscribers. If you like the work we do here at HW News English, do consider supporting us. That would help us not only bring you stories day in and day out, but also help take independent journalism forward the way it should be. Thanks for watching.